Hey, it's Chris, and in this video I'm going to review this Bianchi mini pump. I really wanted the Bianchi branded one to match my Bianchi bike, obviously, which I have and is real. And it took me a while to buy it because a lot of the shops were like, well, it's just too small to be effective, so we can't really recommend it. And I just kept phoning up shops until one did. Finally phoned up the officially licensed UK Bianchi shop, and they told me it was a great pump, unsurprisingly. But it actually is a pretty good pump. If you think of how often you actually need your mini pump, hopefully it's not that often. I've, in a couple of years of cycling, have punctured like once on the open road. I've probably been quite lucky, and now on tubeless it's less likely because I've got all the sealant in it. But it's not that often that you need to use one, and so it's important it looks good. But this thing puts in surprisingly a lot of power for something so small. It's like, compare it to my hand, it really is a tiny pump. But you clamp it on, you press that onto your valve, and then you flick this little switch at the back, and then you're good to go, and you're pumping away. And it pumps things up really fast. It pumps things up as fast as any other mini pump I've had. And the benefit of the other mini pumps is you normally have that flexible hose that pulls out the top, and then you can stick that on, and then you can pull your hand away a bit, and it's much easier to do that pumping action. Here, there is no flexible hose because it's so small. You have to clamp it onto your wheel and then be quite careful not to damage your wheel as you're pumping. So that is a downside. You don't get that flexible hose. But apart from that, actually, the amount of air that it can get through, it's quite fat compared to some of the really slim pumps. Actually works really well. So if you're happy to be without the flexible hose and you want the Bianchi branded one, this works fine. It also comes with a mount that sits under your bottle mount, and the little thing clips into there to make sure that dirt doesn't get in as you're riding along. So it's really compact, really out of the way, and a nice pump with a surprising amount of power. It can compete with the bigger mini pumps as long as you can live without the flexible hose. That's my views on the Bianchi mini pump. If you found that useful, then please hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more cycling and triathlon videos.